legislation here. Wait a minute, you're not a senator anymore, Mr. President. You're the freaking president. You're not a U.S. senator. And I will be out there. And I'll be out there at some point. Yeah, at some point I'll be out there. Well, when are you going to show up? When we get back, the press secretary, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John Pierre, has something to say about it too. And I want you to hear that, because it shows an example of just why there is this cavernous divide between urban America, rural America, and the urban elite that govern this country, the cabal. But before I do, I want to ask you a question. Do you feel a need to learn self-defense, but you're uncomfortable carrying?
En este momento, tus saludos al WhatsApp de la X.
Learn some form of self-defense. Find
760-559.
crime in this country. And I think the way to do it is through the Hero 2020 Pro.
Ahora,
Lethal projectile. Doesn't kill anybody. It just causes your attacker to be covered in either a high-speed projectile that spits out pepper.
And we don't have time to get into all those exhortations today. Like I said,
11, if you're calling from the White Mountains, let's see this matching challenge.
That is Phil Wickham on Air One, now with Benjamin William Hastings.
Conference tournaments coming up next weekend, including in the ACC.
Yeah, like you said, mentioned the ACC on the women's side. You got Virginia Tech, Duke, Notre Dame, and Louisville. Louisville, the one not.
Brown for special discount. Hero2020.com. State restrictions. Right. The press secretary coming up.
ready, Victorville Monster. Welfare Rebel explode in 760 represents Monster Truck Thunder. Big blow Monster Truck 130 feet.
through those godly leaders, through those authority figures in our life, and then through prayer and the Word. And I want to ask you guys this question to a message in your personally. Are you allowing God to work in your life? Are you allowing God to work in your life? Now, some of you need to be reminded that you need to read God's Word. You're not reading God's Word. In fact, I'm surprised at how many times I've preached from this pulpit that we need to be reading God's Word. And I know the Pastor Tom before me preached from this pulpit that you need to be reading God's Word. And yet, how many believers do I talk to that do not allow God's Word to work in their lives? Because they simply don't crack it open on a daily basis. I don't have time, Pastor. You don't have time for God? The one that created you? You don't have time for Jesus Christ, who trailblazed a trail to salvation, where he anchors your soul in the Holy of Holies and shed his life for you, give his life for you? You don't have time to allow God to speak into your life on a regular basis? Man. Some of you need to allow God to work in your life through prayer. Maybe asking